Right, so here we are. It's a little show and tell of my bike that I've been using. So the bike itself is a giant Revolt Advanced one, pretty much as it came. The only thing I've changed on it is the wheel set. I've taken off the alley wheel set that came with it. I've put on it some Elite Wheels ENT gravel. They came from AliExpress, like a couple of other bits on this bike have. Good wheels, and they do the job. About 1.6 kilos for the wheel set, so I've saved quite a bit of weight by changing those as well. Up the front of the bike, we've got the Garmin mount for the Insta-X5, which you're watching me on now. I've also got a little Raveman light for daytime use and my Garmin unit. I'm using the Garmin Edge 530. It's quite small, probably should have got a bigger one, but it does the job. On the back of the bike, light-wise, I've got a 2 cycling. It does a flashing red light, and it's also a video camera. So a bit of safety for when I'm driving on the road. Just on the down tube there, we've got my spares kit on the bottle cage. That can be changed out for obviously a water bottle if I'm going longer distances. So I've got 2 bottles on there at the minute, which is great for the smaller trips I'm doing as I'm just beginning. Yeah, all in all, the bike's comfortable, rides well, it's been reliable. Famous last words. Yeah, it's been good. So on the front of the bike, we've got the Tailfin Bar Cage system. It's quite a new release for them. It's really good, it's really stable. Keeps the bag off my head tube, keeps it off my front tyre. The bag itself is just a dryer bag, stuff sack from AliExpress. Inside that I keep my sleeping bag, my tent. It's a good place to keep it. It's fairly lightweight on the handlebars, doesn't affect the steering too much. And yeah, it's quite easy to get on and off. The cage obviously stays on the bike. The bag just unstraps. I'm just using 2 nylon straps. I had these laying around. They're from something else, so just been using those. And that's a good setup for the front of the bike for me. Yeah, so that's the front of the bike. Let's move on to the middle and see what we're holding on there. Right, moving on to the middle of the bike, we've got the Tailfin Frame Bag. This is a 3.8 litre half frame bag that fits this frame really well. This frame size is a medium large. Yeah, it fits in there really well. Only leaves me room for 1 bottle in the triangle though, which is a little bit of a pain, but as you can see, I've got another one on the fork here. Yeah, so inside this frame bag, I keep my bike pump. I've got a light for nighttime when it gets dark that mounts where the X5 goes on the front of the bike. I've also got, I keep a selfie stick in there, a little power pack, snacks can go in there. I've got a little drawstring bag in there for when I stop at shops on the way to camp. I can just pull that out, put my shopping in there, and that just goes on my bags, nice and easy. I've got a small light for when I'm at camp as well. We'll go through everything in more detail shortly when I take it out and go through it. The top tube bag is, again, another one of my purchases from AliExpress. It's quite small. It's one of the things I'm going to upgrade in the future. Probably going to go for a Tailfin top tube bag because I love the Tailfin products. They're really good. In there I can keep some more snacks. I keep the other Ace Pro camera. I keep my little mini tripod, a couple of charging cables and whatnot. We've got the snack pouch going on there at the minute. It's got my sunglasses in there, as you can see. But that's good for another bottle of water, some snacks. Let's move on to the back of the bike and let's see what we've got on there. All right, so on to the back of the bike. We've got the Tailfin rear rack system. I've got the one with the removable bag on it, which is quite nice. When I get to camp, I can just take the bag off and plonk it down. I haven't got to take the whole rack off. The rack comes off quite quickly, but it's just easier to put the bag on the floor and leave the rack on the bike. On the side of it, I've got my little chair, another one of my AliExpress purchases. It's like 15 quid, it's really like comfortable. Yeah, it was good. That's just strapped to the side of the rack on a Tailfin cargo rack. Fits really well. Wouldn't do a trip without it. I was umming and ahhing about buying it and taking it with me, as it's extra weight, extra stuff to carry, but worth bringing. Inside the rear pack, I've got some spare clothes, I've got my cooking system, carry my food. We'll go through it in more detail soon. Yeah, it's a good system. It's Tailfin in it, there's not much else to say, it's a good system. So yeah, that's the back of the bike. That's everything I carry. That's how I carry it at the moment. There's still got a lot to learn. Still need to really finalise where I want to keep things and optimise the setup. But all in good time. I've only done 1 trip so far, which if you haven't seen, I'll put a link to that in the comments. Go and check that out, have a look, see how I got on. I'll book another trip to do in the next week or two. That'll probably be a 2-night trip, push it a bit further. If that's something you're interested in, feel free to subscribe, stick around and yeah, take a look. Right, let's start with the top tube bag. Let's see what we've got in here. This is where the bulk of my stuff is kept. We've got a spare jumper. Something I will upgrade in the future as well, so a down jacket takes a lot less space. It's my sleeping pad. That does fit in the handlebar bag if I wrap it up with the sleeping bag. A pot which I would keep some food in, a couple of portions of pasta and whatnot. Inflatable pillow. This is my little spares and amenity kit. Let's see what we've got in here. Toilet paper, kept dry in a Ziploc baggie. A couple of hydration tablets that have worn away. Some plasters, ibuprofen, toothbrush, toothpaste. That's tenacious tape, which I can use to repair the tent. I can use to repair any of my frame bags, any of my bags that I've got. Anything that's waterproof basically, that'll stick to it and repair it. Toothbrush, toothpaste. Some coffee sachets. So that's that little tin, or that little pot. Got another small tin here. Keep a small knife in there, lighter, bit of paracord. A little clip, never know when they're going to come in useful. Never know when you're going to need to tie things on. We've got a pair of trousers wrapped around the cooking equipment. Just a pair of long trousers for when I get to camp. The cooking stuff, it's only a small, cheap Amazon kit. It's nothing special. I've got a bowl there, got the little stove top there, little cooker. Foldable knife, fork and spoon, which are quite nice, better than using little things like those. Gas and a cleaning rag just to keep everything from rattling around on the back of the bike. To go with that, we've got my little table. What's it called? Fire maple table. Folds out, fold the legs out. We want to go to the second one because we've got a small gas canister. And then just before you put your stove on the gas, you put your table on. So you've got a nice stable place for some pots, some pans while you're cooking, or drinks when you're not cooking. It's just quite a nice little addition, doesn't take up much space, doesn't weigh much. And that's everything that I keep in my rear frame pack. Right, next up, let's take a look at what we've got inside our frame bag. This is a 3.8 litre Tailfin half frame bag. We've got a couple of flapjacks, a bit of sustenance, some snackage, tent poles. They fit in there quite nicely. If you saw the previous video, I had them strapped to the back of the bike alongside tail pack. Didn't really like that. It wasn't that secure, didn't look that great. Tent pegs. Got the Insta360 selfie stick. We've got our light that goes on the front of the bike for if we end up riding in the dark, and that just bolts on where the Insta camera goes, when the Insta360 goes normally. We've got a pump. We've got a charger cable, USB-C to USB-C. We've got a nice head torch, easily accessible if I need it. And we've got our charging pack. This is a 16,000 milliamp charger. That's done me for my one night away so far. I'm sure it would last 2. In the other side, we've got my bag that I carry if I just want to stop at the shops and pick something up. That can go on my back. We've got, this is a very nice little light. Waterstone is very thin. It's very small, it's quite bright. You can use it as a torch like that, or it's got like a lamp on the front. Really good little torch, really like it. Easy and convenient. And we've got some cable ties, one large one, a bunch of smaller ones just in case. You never know when something's going to break and there needs to be cable tied up to your bike. And then we've got just a couple of rubbish bags because, you know, leave no trace. Don't be a dick. Don't litter. And that's it for the frame bag. The bar bag, literally just a stuff sack. Made a little modification. I've got a clip and a bit of bungee on it so I can strap it down tight instead of having the big loop on the end of it which gets in the way of the handle. Oh. Whoops. Instead of having that in the way on the handlebars, it just keeps it down, keeps it a bit tighter. But this literally, I mean, I'm not going to unpack it. It has got inside a tent, and underneath the tent is my sleeping bag at this end. That's pretty much that. So yeah, that's just a little rundown of my bike, what I carry on it, how I carry it on it, my bags, the bike in general. Yeah, so my next trip's going to be a couple of days or a couple of nights, see how it goes. Quite happy with it at the minute, but obviously I've got a lot to learn because I'm very new to this. Yeah, so if you want to see how the next trip goes, subscribe, stick around. If you've got any advice for me, if you've done this before, anything I'm missing, yeah, let me know. Let me know what you think. All right, see you on the next one.